Welcome everybody back to the Smooth Brains podcast with your host Justin, Danny, and Chris.
What's
Say
up, yo?
hi.
Hey guys.
We're getting better at this. We're getting better. We recorded two episodes that I was telling Chris I was telling Chris and Danny like separately. They were kind of had their own problems and issues, but I think it was
Yeah,
good. I think it was a good practice run though, because we kind of know what we got to do now.
We didn't know our timing and chemistry yet, okay?
Yeah.
yeah, it all takes time, brother.
Yep.
I think it was just we were just getting the nerves out, like trying to figure out how we were gonna do it and that sort of stuff. I wanted to talk to Chris. Oh fuck! Wait, I dropped something. I swear, I was such a. I had like this big statue that was like made out of
Yeah,
Legos that I made, and it like almost tipped over. I was about to lose my goddamn mind because I spent all night making it.
Oh man,
damn,
people
son.
needed to hear that.
Ass. No, it's because I was building it when I was watching Loki. I was finishing up when I was watching Loki today. I watched the new
Yeah.
episode. Did you check it out, Chris?
Oh yeah, of course. You're probably more entertained doing that Lego thing that you're doing.
Oh, damn.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was.
Man, this episode was horrible. It was just complete waste
Right?
of time.
Did you not? I felt the same way. I felt like it was such
Yeah,
filler.
Yeah, it was. And just like we said last week or the other week, how the other episode 3, was the pace was so bad. Same thing for this one, I think, in my opinion. Um, I stayed up till 2, watched it for the hour, and it was at first, 10 minutes in, I kind of fell asleep, but then I woke back up, and then I
damn.
wanted to watch it, so I went to grab something to eat. Um, and then I came back to my room and just finished it, and I was
You
just
forced
like,
yourself to watch it.
yeah, of course, and I should just went to sleep.
I know what you mean because like I was watching it, like I watched it this morning. I was like
Yeah,
watching it and it was so like nothing like I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing important happened because it like there is progression, it's not like it's not like Loki stayed in the realm where I mean he is still in that realm for now. You know what I mean? Like
right,
it's not like the story continued, but it
right.
didn't feel I don't know, it felt like there's just this weird feeling about this episode. Like it just really felt like filler. Like just like episode 3. Like it just felt like we need to
Oh,
push the
like,
story along.
like very stagnant.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so, yeah, because
like nothing happened.
like the interactions for the most part were kind of okay.
Mm.
Like
I I
I
was
don't know.
excited for this episode. Like I told you, I loved episode 4. I know we didn't talk about it. We didn't have a podcast last week. I loved episode 4. Super excited for this episode. After that horrible episode 3, um, and it was exciting to see the different variations of Loki's. You
Yeah,
know,
I thought that was
uh,
cool.
I know, and I was expecting some awesome stuff with those variations, and I felt like we didn't. I felt like they were in this episode and they were just here so everybody can see them, and that's it. Like they didn't do anything. They didn't really
Well, okay.
progress.
Well, not well. One did do something at the end. One did do
Oh
something,
yeah, yeah,
but like the other,
you're
I
right.
get what you mean. Like the other
You're
ones were just kind of there.
Yeah, I didn't feel like they served their purpose very well. Like they just the creators of the show or wherever the direction of the show was just to show them for the fans. It was just fan service, I guess you can say. But they didn't
I
even
guess
do
so.
anything
Mm, okay, okay.
except that one that did that pretty cool thing at the end. That was pretty cool,
We
and
should just say it. I know it's like spoilers, but I feel like we
yeah,
should just say it. If you love Loki, you're watching
yeah,
Loki.
yeah, you're right.
It was old man Loki, and he like made a projection, like an illusion projection of Asgard
Right, yeah.
to like buy
Which
some time for the
mhm,
other Lokis to like enchant a giant cloud monster.
right,
And
and it
I
was
thought,
cool.
Or you're
What
saying
were you
no?
gonna say? Just
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, I was just gonna say like, I thought that was cool because like, uh, because they hint at it like, oh, I had all this time to be alone, and
Mhm.
like they that they I'm I'm having the biggest brain fart right now. But what I'm trying to
Let-
say is that like they hinted at him being a good sorcerer because he even says like, oh, you when
right,
you're like something the to the degree of when you're old and you have time on your by yourself, you're able to master sorcery or whatever. So
right.
then like when you see him do this giant projection of Asgard, you're like, oh my God, that's crazy.
And then the our Loki tells Sylvie that he thinks that we're more powerful
Ah, that
than.
was like the cheesiest part ever. That
I
got
know,
me. That
yeah.
was so cheesy when he's like, we're the most like,
Yeah,
how is he doing that? We're more powerful than we know. It's just
yeah.
like biggest
It was
eye roll ever.
it was
So like
because
to call damn, what's the term? Like just like to get the story moving, sort of.
Like Deus Ex Machina.
Eh, no.
Well, because
Would it be no, not contrived. Nah, I can't remember the term at the moment, but but like pretty much just to get the story moving. Like, oh, look
yeah,
at
I know
this,
what you
he
mean.
is
I know
powerful.
what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, because they do that. Like at one point when they're like when they're with the cloud monster, um, one of the female Loki, Sylvie, is like
Mhm.
trying to
Mm.
enchant the cloud monster, and then our Loki's like, I don't know what to do. I
I
don't know if I can
know,
do it. Like, because she's telling him like, you gotta help me with the like to
right,
enchant, like to control the mind of those cloud monster. He's
right.
like, I don't know if I can do it. Yes, you can. Like you have the like something again, like something like you have the ability to. Like you just
Right.
have to
So
believe. You have to
stupid.
try. And I was like,
It's
oh
just
my
because
God.
she says because you're the same as me or something like that.
Yeah,
So stupid because all of them have their own different powers because that's why they're variation and they did their own life. So how can our Loki just automatically has the power to enchant somebody? Like,
yeah.
come
They do
on.
that. They do that thing in movies where like they close their eyes and then something magical happens when
I
at the last
know.
second. It's that
Yeah.
type of thing, Danny.
It's because he learned the power of friendship. That's why.
That's literally what it
And
is. They
and
were just like,
so dumb. Like Sylvie even says, earlier in the episode that, it took her a lot of time to develop the power and stuff like that.
I know.
So
I mean,
dumb.
I get it. Like they're rushing to like tie up a show. It's like only 6 episodes. I get it, but like,
No, wait. There's 2 episodes. They didn't do anything. They could have used those 2 episodes
yeah,
to learn enchantment or
like
uh
practice it,
yeah, exactly. And also the what old man Loki did as well. That would have been so much better
like
in
hinting at
this
it.
episode, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I know the reason why they don't want to keep showing too much sorcery because like it's just gonna cost too much, man. All that CGI is gonna.
Well, the enchantment, all it really is that it's like a green glow, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
Dude, that green glow is like $100. Not
Yeah,
$100.
okay, okay.
No,
A thousand,
a
a
hundred
million
thousand
dollars.
dollars like per hour to do, man. I mean, that's come on.
Yeah,
And it's
I
the
get it.
same thing also for old man Loki. All you do is you pretty much just it's just them or like a real projection and then just a green glow over it as well. I don't think it costs that
Yeah,
much.
Like I guess that you can argue. Like I guess the old man Loki, you can argue is like that's expensive because they gotta move it around,
No,
and you could argue. I'm just saying you could
I
play
don't know.
devil's advocate. But like
I
with
don't
the enchantment, it's different because it's literally just it's like you know what it is, Danny? It's like when we did
but
outside the norm and the alien touched her forehead and it glowed.
oh my
That's
god.
know.
literally what it is.
Yeah,
That's literally
yeah,
what it is. It touches you, it glows, and then
Uh,
you're
yeah. Super low budget.
yeah.
yeah.
I felt
Damn.
I felt like in this series, uh, I think what they had written down was intended for a movie or intended for 2 hours or something like that. It was not intended to be 6 hours, and that's why they're kind of
You
filling
gotta
these
stretch out the
episodes.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I think. But I don't know.
Yeah. Classic. Oh yeah, I guess kind of like the worst form of a filler episode, where it's just like, yo, this is boring.
Yeah,
yeah, like that's the thing. Like it wasn't even like the characters weren't interesting or anything like that. It was just like it felt like there was no like it just felt boring. That's literally what the biggest crime. Like the effects were
No
good, the
progression
actions were good. Yeah,
of any sort. Like no
Yep.
story, no characters. Just
like
oh,
again,
It's
there is
sweet.
progression. Like
It's a
stuff happens, but
very little.
it's not meaning. Yeah, it's very little, and it doesn't feel that meaningful. And it's supposed to. It's supposed to feel meaningful, but it doesn't. And
And
maybe.
now we're gonna say Justin, we're
Oh,
gonna
I was just
finish.
gonna say, I don't know if that's because of them and how they were writing the story, or is it just because of like for you and me, Chris, or and like just for anyone who else feels the same way? It's more of like a cynicism of being like, oh, we've seen this a million times. We know what's gonna happen. You know what
I
I
don't.
mean?
Yeah, I get you, but I don't think so because they did the same thing what they did in episode 3 for a moment in the episode, maybe like 10, 15 minutes in, where these Lokis are running from this evil cloud, right? This cloud is gonna eat them. They develop how awful this cloud is. It eats everything
Yeah.
that gets into this place. Yet they spend like 5 minutes just sitting down a cliff somewhere and Loki and Sylvie are just talking about how they like each other, just like
Yeah, that
how episode 3 was. Like I think
it was.
that's filler right there.
I think what made it funny too was like the way they like it's Loki, the two other Lokis, old man Loki and young kid Loki, and
Uh-huh.
alligator Loki. There's
Right?
an alligator Loki, Danny, just so you know. There's an alligator Loki.
Yeah.
Of course there is. All right.
And then there's Owen Wilson. Wow. And they're all sitting there talking, and then the kid goes, "Oh, I hope Loki and Sylvie can do what they did before." Like he says it as if like they're planning something or they're doing
Right.
something
Mm.
outside. And in reality, they're just outside sitting down, talking about their feelings. And again, that's fine. But then like it's such a weird cut to go like maybe when, this is all over, we can figure things out together. Maybe. And then it goes to like this super generic, you know, looking over a cliff with winds blowing in your face, looking very stern, like with a scowl, and like,
Oh
ooh,
my
we're about to
god.
face danger. Like
Yeah.
that just ruined it for me because I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. I think that's literally I think it's the cheese. I think
Yeah.
it was rotten cheese. There was rotten cheese in this episode. It
Mm-hmm.
stunk up the whole episode. That's literally
Technically,
what it
cheese
is.
is already rotting. But go on.
Well, okay, well, like even moldier cheese. Let's take that to an extra degree. Like,
Okay.
The finest aged cheese.
yeah, the finest aged cheese.
Ooh.
It just was horrible. Like, there was no redeeming. Like, literally, it built up and be like, okay, this is interesting. This is interesting, and then cheesy stuff comes up and you're like, ah, fuck, I ruined
Yeah.
it. Like,
Okay.
like when the female Loki is like, has the judge in her office, and
Right.
she has like the little stick pointing at her, and she's like, you need to take me to where Loki is, and they're talking,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the little clock AI, whatever. And she's like,
Miss
yeah, sure,
Minutes. Yeah.
yeah, Miss Minutes, and she's like, yeah, sure, I'll pull up the files. And
Yeah.
then like the judge says something to the degree of like, oh, there's no way we can find Loki or something like that, and then like female Loki's about to like hit her with like the stick that disintegrates you,
Right.
and then Miss Minutes goes, oh, wait a minute, what about
Mm-hmm.
the void boat? And then it's like, a what? Oh yeah, we have a boat that can go through this
Take
void
you.
and
Yeah.
space. And
Yeah.
like when she said it, I'm like, okay,
What?
you can clearly tell they made this up on the fly. Why are
Yeah.
you falling for
Exactly.
this?
Uh, and, uh, and I
Yeah,
think
it sounds
that's
pretty bad,
why
man.
that's the writing. I think this episode was not intended to be in the show. I think they just made it for filler. And it's such a shame because how
It didn't
episode
feel
4
natural. That's
ended.
what it is.
What was that?
It didn't feel natural. I feel like
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
it was just uh uh it was just like forcing the characters to get to where they need to be. Like they needed
Yeah.
female Loki to be in the realm of whatever as quick as they
Mm,
could
yeah.
without it like, in the realm of logic. So they were just like, oh, what if the judge betrays her? Ooh. And it's like, come on. Like you showed in the last 5 episodes that this female Loki's smart.
Yeah.
Like, why is
Yeah.
she gonna fall for like the dumbest, like, oh, we have a space boat. oh, I've never heard of the space boat before. Oh, it's classified. Nobody knows it but me. It's like, come on, are you serious?
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true. I didn't even think about that. That they, again, with the character development of this character, Sylvie, they showed her in the beginning that she was almighty, compared to the TVA because TVA could never capture her. She
Yeah,
was outsmarting them, she was
yeah,
defeating them, killing them, and then now she's like the dumbest Loki. Uh,
yeah.
just I don't know. It's kind of just been dumb. And it's such a shame in this episode because, like I was saying, that from episode 4 leading into this one, you had all these variations of Lokis, and it was boring. Like, and you had all these variations of Loki. It's just sad to me.
Like literally, they were just like, oh, we got three Lokis. There's little kid Loki, old
Hmm.
Loki, black Loki, and alligator Loki. Woo! The full circle's complete. It's just
You know,
like, and then they had like
and
President Loki or whatever. Like he was like
yeah,
like a suit and everything. And then like again with him, they got rid of him so quickly. Like
I
he
know
just goes,
exactly.
I have an army and I'll rule the kingdom. Oh, come on.
Yeah,
And then the alligator bites his hand off. He's like,
yeah.
"God." And then like all hell breaks loose.
I thought it was funny that part where they were all backstabbing each other.
Yeah, that was pretty
Thought
funny.
that yeah, I thought that scene was pretty funny. But even then, like it was just so dumb that you just bring in these characters and they last 1 minute and then they're gone. Like, what kind of purpose is that? Then the Black Loki didn't even do anything when people were excited for him because he had that kind of that hammer like
Hammer.
door. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, man,
Yeah, if anything, it
disappointing.
probably is just like pure fan service, where it's like, hey, for those of you who might read the comics or that
Well, I
obscure
don't even
stuff.
know if they're I don't even know if like those are like I mean Old Man Loki was just
I
dressed
mean,
like
I'm guessing, right? But I
no
mean,
no
Yeah,
yeah
I
I
yeah.
wouldn't
know
be
what you mean.
surprised. Wouldn't be surprised.
I mean like the only like fan service you can give is that Old Man Loki looked like Loki from like the 60s comics.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was dressed
Right,
like the
yeah.
60s
Hmm.
comics like in that leotard and everything.
Yeah,
But like
for
the other
sure.
two like the including the alligator like they didn't bring anything. It was just like there's a black guy, there's an alligator, and there's a little kid, a white little kid. What is it like?
Yeah.
What does that do?
There's no purpose. However, like to Danny's point though, apparently there were a lot of Easter eggs. I looked up online a little bit earlier. Apparently there were a lot of Easter eggs, one including Thanos' helicopter. I don't know if you guys know
Okay.
about that one.
I think
Yeah.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
think I saw that. I think I
Oh
saw
yeah.
it.
I didn't
Yeah, I think
see
I
it,
saw it.
but I want to
I
go
saw
back and
I
see it.
saw a helicopter, but I didn't know it was
Uh-huh.
a Thanos copter.
Yeah, it was a Thanos copter,
That's
and there's a
funny.
bunch of others apparently, but I didn't have a chance to
Did
see
you
all
see
of
the
them.
one when they're going down the bunker? Like you
The
see
hammer.
Mjolnir, yeah, and then you
Yeah.
see Thor in the little jar, like trying to grab it.
I was wondering what that was.
It was
I didn't want
Thor.
to go back. Yeah, I didn't go back because I was sleepy. I was falling asleep at that point, but I was wondering what that was. Yeah.
Yeah, I played it back, and then like you see the little cape, and it's supposed to be Thor. Like I guess Loki shrank him
Right.
and put him in a jar, and he
That's
can't reach his
cool.
hammer. So I was like, that's
Man,
pretty funny.
I need to go back and watch that.
I mean, yeah, there's Easter eggs. There's like cool Easter eggs in the whole.
And then also Kid Loki, he mentioned that he killed Thor, right?
Yeah,
Man, he didn't do anything in this episode either. Man, horrible.
again, like a
So
lot of
what?
it.
So what you are saying is that Disney peaked with WandaVision.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I don't know.
Chris
Like
might. Chris
I
might.
I first two episodes, also episode 4, were really good in this series, but I don't know. It's
You know
losing
what
my
I think it is?
confidence. Yeah.
I think what Danny's point is about peaking. I think it's more of they set it up so well, but it's the ending that they don't always stick.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
It's the execution of the endings that don't stick. Like, I mean, WandaVision, it ended good,
Mm-hmm.
but you could argue like
But
there was some like parts in that final episode where you're like, oh, well, why did they have to have a giant CG fight or this kind of looked weird or that kind of looked wonky or why did this
Yeah.
person show up and they don't see like they don't do anything or whatever.
yeah, I agree.
And
agree
I
with
feel
that.
like as each of these new Marvel shows come up, you're starting to see them not stick the landing as well as the last.
What do you think about Captain America?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like I feel like WandaVision ended like for the most part, most people's complaints, if any, was just that the CGI was weird and that they didn't need this giant like because of the like it's a TV show. It's not a movie. It's not the same budget. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just
Yeah.
spread out the money for each episode rather than a whole thing.
hmm
So I mean that I get. But other than that, everyone loved the whole like conclusion of Wanda and Vision story and whatever. Captain America, it felt super rushed. Like they introduced these like quote unquote villains that you're supposed to feel sorry for, but then like at the last minute they're like, no, you're not supposed to feel sorry. They're bad guys. Grr. And then they die. And then Sam has like this speech about like, hey, I'm black and I know struggle and you
What?
guys should like
They really
it's kind
brought.
of
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, they did.
it's kind
Yeah.
yeah they did. It's kind of more of like it's more of like him addressing like there's a problem in America and we gotta fix it.
Of
And again, and
course.
like for
It's
me,
woke culture.
like sure, yeah, like that's fine, whatever you want to do. Like if you want to make it political and all
Really,
that,
really.
it,
Disney's really trying to push this while they have what's it called? While they support concentration camps in China. But yeah, sure, yeah. Let's talk about race, right?
but yeah, that's what I mean. Like they push that, but like, and it's like a good message. You want to push it, but it doesn't stick the landing because they don't make the villains sympathetic enough for you to care.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
they don't stick the landing. So like the
Mm.
villains fall flat, and then you just end up with this preachy monologue of, hey, we need to spread acceptance and love, and again, those are good things, but like in the
Yeah,
sense of the character and in the world at that moment, it doesn't make sense.
yeah, I
Like it doesn't
agree.
make sense.
And then moving on to our next topic, like Danny mentioned, so concentration camps in China, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been going on for
Danny
like a
was
year and a half, man. Yep.
Anyway, I do agree with
concentration camps and camps. It's funny.
I do agree with
Stupid.
the character development with those episodes, with those shows, and also with Loki, like we mentioned, Sylvie just kind of different character now than she was in the beginning of this series, and I don't know. I think they are losing my confidence in this series. Anyway,
I think we'll see how the ending is. If the ending's able to stick the landing, then it'll be
but
redeemed a little bit. But
it will be redeemed a little bit for me. Like I said, I love the first two episodes. Loved episode 4. However, I can't get around how they treated Sylvie. And also I expected Kang to be in this show. I know you weren't.
he's not gonna be
I
in it.
know he's not anymore because they needed to show him in this episode, I think. So what that tells me, I think the villain is just gonna be this name villain because you're gonna introduce him in the last episode. What can you do in the last episode
Yeah.
for him or her? You know?
I think even more, it's not even gonna be a villain. I feel like it's just gonna be a random person that's like, I am the guardian of time. And
And
you're
it's
like,
gonna
why are
be
you
so
doing what you
stupid.
do?
It's gonna be so
Yeah, like
dumb. So this show is gonna be a failure if that happens. Apparently, there's a theory saying that it's a different variation of Loki. It's gonna be the villain. I don't know how true that is,
I don't
um,
know.
but we'll see. I
I
guess.
to be honest, actually makes kind of the most sense, really. You know,
Re-
that his greatest
Realistically
enemy is
speaking,
himself.
people need to like temper their expectations with these shows. Like
Yeah.
WandaVision was everyone was like, oh my God, Mephisto's gonna come back, or Falcon and Winter Soldier, like, oh my God, like Zemo's gonna be the villain of this. Like, people are making these like expecting these big villains to tie him
Right.
in, and I get it. Like, it's Marvel. They have this connective tissue, but I feel like these shows are trying to separate themselves just a little bit, not completely. You know what I mean? Just a
Yeah,
little
they
bit.
they are. That's what Kevin Feige mentioned when he announced these shows. However, he also said that the reason why people think all these big villains is because he said Doctor Strange is connected to WandaVision and Loki with the Multiverse of Madness. So I think that's why people are expecting, something more important to tie up with that movie. And
See,
apparently,
Okay.
Doctor Strange was planned to appear in WandaVision. The person who was doing those commercials in Wanda's head was Doctor Strange. They took him out, they cut him out. So,
here's my thing. I think they are going to be connected, but it's going to be one way. And what I mean by that is clearly one way. Like I feel like in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, like they're gonna mention what happened in
yeah,
WandaVision. He's
they're
gonna
gonna.
mention what happened in Loki. Like he's gonna be like there
Mm-hmm.
was a time disturbance, blah 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 blah.
Right.
I don't think that they're gonna like. I don't think it's the other way around because I feel like that's what people are being hanged up on, and I feel like that's sort of ruining people's expectations for these shows a little bit.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
see
like
that.
people are expecting it to be like the shows themselves are gonna tie into the movies, like whatever, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the
Like the
like
show is
like
gonna have the important things.
yeah,
Is
it's
that what
gonna
you're
have the
saying?
important things that the
Right.
movies are gonna continue. When in
Right.
reality, it's that is kind of true, but it's gonna be flipped, where when the movies come out, they're just gonna mention it. That's it.
I get I get you
It
and I
it's like
understand
the
that
it's
Oh,
like the Netflix movies.
yeah, what's called like in passing, sort of, like sort of,
Yeah,
so like when they're just
yeah.
talking.
like
Yeah.
it's like the Netflix shows. Like they'll be like, oh, like that giant green monster in Harlem. Like we like you know what I mean. Like that's all they're gonna say. That
Yeah.
Mm.
that's like there's just gonna be that in Doctor Strange. Like, oh my god, like when Wanda messed with the reality, and then there was this time variant Loki messing around. Like that's at most what I expect to come out of that
And
movie.
and I get it. I understand that. I understand. And I always kind of felt that they weren't gonna put the most important things in the shows. However, I also believe that the whole character development that happened in WandaVision is important for the movie. We have a whole complete different Wanda, in my opinion, than what we had in Avengers. So isn't that a
Yeah,
big thing? I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think people are just expecting like I said, they're expecting the TV shows to have the big surprises
Yeah,
that are gonna lead
yeah,
into the movies. When I don't think that's the case.
I get you.
The only thing I do hope is that that little kid actor from Loki
Mm.
doesn't become a pedophile.
Oh, my. That was a good segue.
Man.
And did you guys hear what happened with Corey from Corey in the House?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Is-
yeah, dude, that's, god damn it, man.
Isn't that
Yeah.
God damn it.
crazy?
Yeah.
I do, but it's just like, oh man, like there's like those they're called not theories, but like those like those talks that,
Conspiracies.
oh, yeah, there we go, yeah, conspiracy. I don't know why I said yeah, where like it's
When you
because
said
of
talk, I
how,
thought of TED Talks. Here's my TED
yeah,
Talk on why.
like all this conspiracy of how, like Hollywood is pretty pedophilic and all that, right? And pretty and all that. But you're like, ah, it can't be so bad, right? Or maybe it's just exaggerated. But then every once in a while, like you hear these stories and you're like, yo, it's probably like really true, man. And it makes you wonder, is it so bad that it affects these child actors at the same level? Like they essentially become the thing that they hated. I don't know, man. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I think it's just weird. Like, do you think that happened to him?
Who knows, dude? I mean, like he never said anything. He never hinted
Well, that's what I
it, as
mean.
far as I
Like,
can tell. I don't know.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, is it a thing that because when you say it like that, it's like I don't think when like the Me Too movement was coming up, he wanted to come out and be like, I was raped. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if he
Yeah, yeah.
was, he want like because I mean like some people just don't want to share that information. You know what I mean?
True, true, true.
So I feel
But
like
is it also maybe just like back to the old just power dynamic thing, or they think maybe they're above a little, like everyone else because they were on a big TV show and whatnot. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe I feel like that's a part of it, but I think it's I don't know. I think it's just the idea that they maybe like I think it is that they themselves were like harassed or touched inappropriately or anything, and
Mm.
like they feel stunted in a way, and they kind of just. And again, this is just me making up stuff. I don't even know if this is like actually how it works. But I feel like if he was traumatized, and again, I don't know if he was, but if he was, wouldn't that like cause him to want to repeat that to someone else?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Some people
there's always a
that
chance,
that
yeah.
yeah, that happens to some people. Yeah.
So
Um,
yeah, I don't know.
I think though, what else did he do than That's So Raven and Corey in the House?
That's it. Like I don't know
Exactly.
anything for anything else.
So sometimes when
Yeah,
these,
it's kind of it.
actors, all they do is one show, two shows, and they had their, 5 minutes of fame. They're kind of depressed, right? And sometimes they even get lonely. So I think that can also lead to trying to talk to different people, younger people, and doing
But
what
wait,
he did.
there's gonna be a like not just say that it's her fault, but did she contact him?
Um,
Uh, from what I read, I think he contacted her.
yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, also other That's So Raven, um, alumni are saying that he would slide into their DMs and stuff like that.
Mm. Mm.
He would?
Yeah,
That's so weird. He's like
yeah,
sending pictures of his balls to
yeah,
Raven. Like, hey Raven, tell me what they
yeah.
look like.
And I
Isn't she a
thought,
lesbian?
Yeah.
yeah, she is.
That's why I said it
Okay,
would be
okay,
funny
okay.
if she said it to him. Like, hey,
And I thought there was like some news about him a couple years ago. Wasn't there like news about him? Like, I don't know if he was into drugs or I don't know. I thought there was some other news
No,
that
no, no,
came out.
no. That was about the guy that played Eddie,
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Brown.
Oh,
No, no, no,
Oh,
uh,
well,
Brown.
yeah, not
Orlando
Orlando Bloom.
Brown.
Orlando Bloom, Pirate Star has been breaking in a because he stole
You heard
someone,
it here
right?
first.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
but
know.
I think it was him.
It was
Like that
somebody
was
else.
like
Okay.
like that got into drugs and all that.
Okay.
But
Oh,
damn, dude,
are you talking about the guy from Mighty Ducks?
my
What are you talking about? Mighty
No?
Ducks?
Yeah, the guy, the goalie from Mighty Ducks. Have
What
you
the fuck
guys,
are you talking about, Chris? You're just making
man,
up people now.
that guy, have you guys seen the Mighty Ducks?
No.
Oh my god.
the one with the what's his name? Emilio Estevez.
Yeah,
Don't pull your shit.
Mm.
it
Hey,
is.
whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. Honestly, I've seen the cover trailer, but I've actually never seen the movie, so
Wow,
that's why I
Okay.
know he's in it.
I thought
okay,
you were gonna
so
pull that thing where you go, oh yeah, I don't know what that is. You like give a detailed like description
Oh
of
my god.
something and go, nope, never heard of it.
all right, so it was this. There's a kind of a big movie. Okay, it is a big OP. I would say Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
They made like 4 movies. They just came out of the
God
show on
damn.
Disney Plus.
Quack,
Um,
quack, quack.
exactly.
That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I know is
And
quack, quack.
the goalie in that show, he kind of had, some fame when he was younger. But
Mhm.
then a few years ago, it came out that he got into drugs. He was homeless, and he was kind of chubby in that movie. And people would even recognize him when they released images of him, like because he was arrested for something, and
Yeah.
they took his pictures, right, and they released them, and they couldn't even recognize him. Like he was super skinny. He looked like he was a drug addict. He looked old, even when he was, he's not that old. So it's crazy. But anyway, maybe I was
Okay.
thinking about him too. I don't know.
Isn't that the same thing with that guy from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, kind
Uh,
Where he became like a
that
well,
guy
he
was
didn't
kind
become
of
a
like,
Topanga.
druggie,
yeah, he
huh?
became a druggie.
Topanga.
Topanga,
No,
no,
Topanga.
stupid.
That's from Boy Meets World.
Oh, hey, I was close. I was close.
Not even.
I thought you just made up a word. I didn't know that was actually from a show.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, the guy, the Screech. I think that
Yeah.
was his character.
Well, he's
Yeah, he
in
got.
jail, isn't he? I think he's in jail.
No, he died. I think he had cancer.
What?
Yeah, I think he
Whoa,
died
Oh,
from
okay.
it.
oh, oh, damn, damn.
These are big
Yeah,
differences. One's in jail, one died of cancer. Are we
it's
sure
because
we're good?
it's because I think he went to jail. Like he went to jail because he got into drugs. He became a porn star apparently.
Yeah, I heard
Um,
Jeez.
that.
yeah, and I think
I heard
he.
it's the best-selling dodo.
Yeah, he died. He died 5 months ago. Stage 4 cancer.
God
How did you
damn.
know this? Did you just Google this?
I just Googled it right now, but I knew that he had cancer, and I thought I
I
heard he
didn't know
died.
he had cancer. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
hmm
I salute to you, Screech. Eee.
a lot of the alumni never didn't like them. Like there was a lot of drama apparently. I don't know what happened. I
Do you
think the
think it's because like he didn't fit in with them, or
yeah,
he was?
I think that was the story. I think that's
Because I've heard stories that they bullied him and in
yeah.
real life,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody,
like
Damn.
the cast
all the other
messed with
ones
him.
were big names. They were hot to the fans, and Screech was kind of the nerdy one.
That's what I mean. Like, cause I've heard. I don't know if it's true. I'm not trying to spill
Yeah,
dirt on Mario Lopez, but I heard that they used to bully him to a degree. I
yeah,
don't know
that's
how they used to bully him in real life,
hmm
That
and he was
handsome
so
man.
stupid ass that they used to bully him. The whole cast or the crew or whatever. They used to mess with him a lot,
it makes sense.
and that's what kind of led him to take drugs because he felt like
hmm
all this like
Yeah,
like not pressure, but like he just felt like I don't like the way I'm feeling right now because everyone's
hmm
shitting on me.
yeah, and not just that. Like nobody, like according to those same stories, not anybody wanted to be his friend. He didn't get any other roles and then Saved by the Bell. So that kind of again that leads to depression and things like that.
I'm sorry, Chris. What the fuck is that?
What?
Yeah, I heard something in the background too.
I heard drilling.
Oh yeah, my bad, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Danny, Chris. I didn't know it was you. I was about to
No,
shit on
yeah.
Danny. I was about to be like, Danny,
Hey,
shut the
yo, what
fuck
the hell?
up.
My bad, is
Oh,
it loud?
sure. Blame me for everything, huh?
No, no, you're good. It's just I didn't know it was you. It's because you were talking, and then I heard.
Danny's doing a side project in
That's
the
what
the
I
side.
thought.
Hey,
I
I
didn't
got
look.
into carpentry, man.
I was just like, Danny, are you fucking serious right now? Like, get away from that drill.
Man's got a drill with a man's got a drill, man.
Speaking of drills, I heard Cosby got out because he.
Oh my god.
That's a good segue.
Yeah, dude. I thought it was just like a joke. I'm like, no way they would let him out.
hmm
Yeah, but no, it was legit. I'm like, holy shit, man. They're really
Yeah,
letting him out, man. He essentially got away with his crimes.
yeah.
Isn't
I
that
was surprised.
crazy?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
fucking
yeah,
nuts. And what's crazier is that I saw a video of him like eating a pizza, like yabba dabba
yeah.
doo, like shovel, like going out the peace sign. I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't real. This is not real.
Yeah. But
Dude.
it is.
Dude,
That's because
he's literally basking it, man. He's like, yo, I'm old. Who gives a fuck, man? I'm
That's
just gonna
literally
enjoy
what
the
it
last
is.
few years of my life.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
and he's planning a
Yeah.
Because
show.
it's not like, like he was in prison for like allegations. They confirmed it. They have proof he did it.
Dude, no, not only that, but he essentially confessed because like they gave him like a plea deal and he
Mhm.
essentially had to confess.
Right.
So like yeah, so he essentially confessed and he still only got what a 2-3 years or something.
But
Yeah.
he shouldn't
Yeah.
have even gotten that apparently, because when he
Yeah.
did that plea deal, apparently that plea deal was saying that if he confesses with his actions, he doesn't serve any time.
Yeah.
Yet
Yeah.
he did, and that's why that was illegal. That wasn't right on their part. So that's why he got out.
Yeah.
So it's
Dude,
crazy.
goddamn, man. But hey,
It's
man,
kind of
when you got that much power, I mean, shit. I guess so.
yeah, but it's the lawyer's fault. Whoever created that
Yeah,
plea deal,
yeah,
they knew what they were doing. They can't tell them that, oh, if you accept this plea deal, you tell us everything, you won't get any time. How can you say that? That's stupid.
yeah. It's all pretty fucked, man. It's all pretty
Yeah.
fucked.
I want to be real. My dogs are here now because the maintenance are here. So if you hear barking, it's my dog.
Okay.
It's like she's
Alright.
in my room right now. I
Okay.
kind of like I don't want her to be barking.
Oh, is it Pleakley or what was the
That's
other one?
Plicky. Lilo.
Lilo. Okay,
Yeah.
because I was
Well,
gonna say
Lilo.
Stitch instead of Lilo.
No, well, I mean Lilo doesn't really bark or anything. Plicky just is very aggressive. She's very territorial.
Yeah, most dogs are, man.
Lilo doesn't really care. Lilo's just like, friend, nice to meet you.
But it's kind of
Plicky,
weird how that instinct has stayed in dogs. That territorial stuff, even though they kind of don't need it unless they're strays. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know,
that's
yeah,
the
but
I don't
that's
know.
nature. It's the nature of animals,
yeah,
I think.
But
yeah, yeah. I guess for the most part, they kind of are like that. Most animals are like that.
what aggressive?
No, it's called like
Territorial.
territorial.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing with dogs and cats is, we've had them for thousands of years. We've domesticated for thousands of years, but yet they still have that primal instinct to be territorial. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like aren't people like aren't just any living
Yeah.
creature like that?
Yeah.
Like
Mm,
humans are like that. Like
yeah,
there's people that are
yeah,
like, "This is my space, get away." Like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
cavemen.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
yeah. But hey, man, it's because I paid for this territory.
For
I'm taking
that,
care
for
of this
that.
territory. You know.
Well, have you heard that theory about cats? That cats, they they want their owners to pet them because they're the king or queen, and you're their peasant.
I heard something like
Yeah.
that. Like cats are just very like, I don't you like what's the word? You don't own me, I own you.
Yeah. It's funny.
I never
So you gotta
understood
put them
that.
in their
Well,
place, man.
Yeah.
I can never I can never be a cat person.
Ah, man. Cats are cool. I love cats more than dogs because they're more independent. You don't have to really maintenance them that much. You don't have to. Uh, they're just not high maintenance as
I feel
dogs.
like I was about to say I feel like cats are okay. This might sound no. I'm not gonna apologize. I feel like if you're a cat lover, you're just lazy. That's a. That's why I said it. Come at me. I think that's
I don't
literally what it is.
know.
If you love cats, you're lazy because you want to take care of the cat like to that degree.
I get you, but
But
I love dogs.
also, wait, hold on, Chris. No, let me finish my statement. I'm gonna let you speak, but you gotta let me finish. I feel like they're for lazy people and for people who have issues. I end my statement.
Yeah, dude, who doesn't have issues, man?
I read that last part out clearly. I'm just fucking
I
around.
I know. I get you, but I love dogs too. Just that there's been many circumstances where I'm out and I'm probably out for the whole day, and I feel bad that I've been out the whole day. I didn't take out my dog. I didn't play with my dog. And I guess you can say that's lazy, but that's just because I've been out all day. However, with my cat I don't really care about her that much because she's been outside. She's been roaming around. She's been chilling in the neighborhood. She comes
That's so
home.
funny.
She comes inside. I'll give her food and water, and then she eats it. And then I pet her for a little bit, and we're good. You see?
I'm proving my point. It's for
Yeah,
lazy people, people who have issues. This is my point. No, I'm joking. Um, I don't know. I feel
I
like
just don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for not,
no.
um,
Okay,
you
here's the
know,
thing: is it
spending
because you don't
time.
feel bad because the cat doesn't feel the same way about you that a dog does?
No, I think it's just that since they're more independent, because I leave them outside. Like they're outside and inside. They're outdoor
Well,
and indoor.
no, well, that's what I mean. Like because of the fact that if the dog was outside, the dog can't jump your fence. He's just back there and he's all sad and depressed because he's like, where are you, master? Whereas the cat
Exactly.
is more like, I don't give a fuck
Exactly, but
about
you're
my
its master,
master.
so who cares about it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, and to that point, yeah, it is because you feel bad for doing that to your dog, but that's
still
just
do it.
how your life is because you're out, maybe you're at work or whatever it is, right? To a cat, she's out roaming around, doesn't really, need you. I guess that's the thing. Dogs need their owner. Cats don't. And I think that's the same for me. I don't need her. I love her, but I don't need
Mm.
her.
You have attachment issues, yes. Go on.
Yes, all again, my 2 point stand. Lazy and
I
issues. They're coming
I
together.
don't
They're
know.
easy.
I can I can play with a dog. Be responsible for a dog.
Okay, here's a better question. If you had to pick the two, and you only had one for the rest of your life,
For the
it
rest
would
of
never
its life.
die. It would never die until you die. It would never get
Uh,
sick.
It's a cat.
You pick
Yeah.
a cat?
Yeah, because like I said, you don't. To me, like I've had animals throughout my whole life. I've had dogs. I've had cats, and I just feel like you grow a more attachment to dogs in some points. You can grow the same attachment to a cat, but
I
you don't.
don't doubt that you can.
Yeah, and since you can, you love the cat the same way. However, I just don't think you need each other in a cat and person, I guess, relationship compared to a dog and human. Dog and humans, they need each other. They need their time together, I guess you can say. And cats
Symbiosis.
and cats kind of are more independent, and I like that. I like that. I don't feel bad. Sometimes I do because I used to play with my cat when she was younger, but like now she's older, doesn't really like playing that much, and so she's just a lot more independent now. I don't know. I like
Mm,
that.
hmm.
interesting. What
Okay.
about you,
You
Dan?
know,
Would you?
okay. I have a dog and I love him, but well,
Don't
I
you
mean not,
fucking
but
do it?
it.
Don't you
Nah,
fucking do it?
no, it's just that they do need a lot more attention.
They
Mhm.
Like
do.
legit, dude. Like anytime someone comes to my home or someone rings the doorbell, he's crying and barking. Not because he's like, oh
Yeah.
hey, someone's here, but he's like, hey guys, someone's here. Let him in, let him pet me. I love it. Dude, he loves attention, man. He absolutely loves attention. But
Yeah.
I'm just not that kind of person. I'm not the person that's all super lovey-dovey or like, oh here, I'll rub you for for the next 10 minutes, or something. It's just like I kind of need my space, man.
Yeah.
I'm just that type of person,
So you're the
so
cat. You're the cat, and your dog's the dog.
yeah. Yeah, essentially. I mean, I don't mind it when I come home and he's like, like, hey, what's up, man? Give me a big old pet, a big old hug. I'm like, oh, sure. But, all the time or always needing that much attention, it's like, dude, nah, I can't.
I can do it. I can give my dog all the attention in the fucking world times 10.
All right, hey, that's cool, man. That's cool.
I will
Ain't nothing
die
wrong
for
with
my
that.
dog. I will jump into a river and get floaties if I
See,
have to.
I don't know if I see. I don't know if I do that, man. I mean, I love him, but would I really risk my
Okay,
life? You know?
okay. Here's the thing. Again, you picked your one animal. They're
See,
falling off a
because no,
cliff.
because
They're
but
falling
wait,
off a
but the reason
cliff.
I
They're
say that,
falling off a cliff.
it's because I know he wouldn't save me. That's why. He'd
What do
be
you mean
like,
he wouldn't save
oh,
you?
nah, he wouldn't. He wouldn't,
Yeah.
man.
No, I'm saying
No, that
okay.
for a fact.
In this scenario, you guys are bonded for life.
Okay.
Would you save him? He won't go anywhere else. Like the minute he'll be like, what's that dog? The one that waits at the train station. He'll be
Yeah,
like,
Hachi. I was thinking that too.
he'll be like
Hachi, yeah.
Hachi. Or
Yeah.
the minute you go down the river, he'll just wait for you to come back up the river. He'll stay there
That's
until you come back, even if he
yeah,
dies.
Hmm.
that movie was so sad.
No, no. I think he just straight up leave. Be like,
No. You can't change the fucking rules, Danny. This is my world. I'm choosing what the rules are.
what?
This ain't
Um,
this is not reality.
I'm,
This is not.
I, I mean straight up. I would just try and think out the probability of my survival. You know, I'm
Are
like,
you
okay,
fucking serious?
if I have like a 75% chance of surviving to save him, then yeah, I'll save him. But if it's like
Okay,
less than
how
that, I'd be
about
like,
fuck Jesus, fuck daddy. Okay, let's say the dog had a I don't know, had your medication, and if it flew down the river, you would die. Would you go after the dog?
I think I'd still go with the probability, you
Are you
know, because
fucking
I can just
kidding me?
get more medication.
No,
Yeah.
this is an apocalypse where there are no
That's what I'm
medications.
saying.
Oh my god.
You have
All
to.
right. I think Danny and I will conduct a real experiment, Justin, where we'll get one of your dogs, we'll throw him down the river, and we'll see what you do.
Well, how deep's the
Yeah,
river? How
exactly.
deep is the river?
It's pretty deep. It's you
Niagara
jump in
Falls.
it. Yeah, Niagara
What
Falls.
the?
Yep.
That's not a river. That's a waterfall. You fucking.
But it comes from a river.
Yeah, but it's not the
Exactly.
same.
It's still a river. I don't know what
Well
you're
then, fine. I'll fucking.
Oh,
I'll grab a
sure.
branch.
You get to
I'll
see
grab
the
a branch.
apocalypse,
I'll
but us
grab.
saying the Niagara Falls is too
I'll
much.
grab a. I'll grab a branch
talking about.
and.
Wait,
What?
Justin. Wait. Okay, so you're telling all this stuff about Danny. Your first question to me about the river was how deep it was instead of just jumping in there and saving your dog. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm a fucking rock. I got like fucking calcified bones. And when I jump in that water, I'm just gonna sink to the fucking bottom of the lake. I'm a rock. I don't. I look like I look like I should be floating, but I don't. I just sink.
Mm.
People are always like,
Because you
"Oh, you know what? What? What were you gonna say?"
because your molecular density is more dense than the water itself, man.
I guess so. I literally have the density of a concrete boulder. I'm just falling down, just sinking in. I don't know. I think
That's
I
pretty
would.
weird.
I think I would. Okay, enough. All joking aside, I'd go after my dog. If the dog was going down
Yeah.
the river, I'd go after the dog. I wouldn't be there fucking pulling out my calculator, going, "Doot, doot, doot." What's the probability of me surviving this? I would have just gone after the dog.
I
He's
mean,
asking
okay,
this
okay,
minute.
like like not literally to that extent, but like on the spot, like, oh man, like, would I be able to make it? Yes, no, and feel like
Well, it's
I
like it's in
can't.
that moment. Like
I
the
will.
longer you wait, of course, the longer your probabilities are
Or
gonna.
if it looks bad enough and I have my gun with me, I'll just mercy kill my dog.
Are you
That's
fucking
all, man.
serious?
Hey,
This isn't
would you rather
Fallout. You
him
don't
die
have.
quickly or fall to his death, man? Come on, man.
Where,
Come on.
where are they falling? In my scenario, it's a river. Like you
Oh
guys made
my
it to
god.
fucking Niagara Falls.
Yeah, yeah. I also think about Niagara Falls. Yeah, but hey, man, just being honest here, man. See, dogs, cats are cool, but would I really risk my life for them?
You're unrealistic
Probably
in what
not.
you just said. You
Hey, no,
said
I'm
you're
being
gonna pull out.
realistic, all right.
No, no. You said, "Oh, you know what? If I couldn't save my dog, I'd pull out my gun and shoot my dog." You're telling me the dog's floating up and down.
Mercy
You're gonna be
killing.
able to kill. How would you aim?
I mean, best as I can. That's all I can
Are you
really hope
fucking?
for.
So you're losing bullets and you lost your medication. You fucking died in my world, Danny.
He's doing the
Oh
calculations with
well.
that. Thought that was the
That's why I
best
always bring
option.
my TI-84 calculator with me, man. Come on.
Miss
Don't leave home
minutes as
without it.
well.
Yeah.
My
And
fucking
my
god, dude.
protractor.
My protractor. What's that thing with the beads that you move around?
The beads you move around.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
it's like a rectangle and you move beads on it.
Oh, crap. I know what you're talking about. It's like where you can like find out like if it's level or not.
No, what?
No,
No,
wait,
it's
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
a it's like a it's like a it's like a tool for math. It's what they always show like in movies when they have that stereotypical nerd who's like, by my calculations, and they're like moving a bead left to right.
Uh,
It's like a rack of beads.
Oh, it's a Chinese calculator.
yeah, the Chinese
No, there's
calculator.
a name for it.
Well, I don't remember
Yeah,
it.
I know, right? Let me look it up. 'Cause
You
Justin
get
needs these facts right now.
you guys are so fucking stupid. Are you serious? A
Like
Chinese
if you don't know,
calculator?
that's what it is. It's a
That's
Chinese
what it is.
zodiac
Yeah.
calculator.
Oh, well, then let me go take out my German calculator to make it easier for me. Fuck, guys. We're
That's
just going by
that's
nationalities.
like I looked it up. Just that's what it's called, Chinese zodiac
You're
calculator.
calling us dumb and we're correcting you.
No, it's not a Chinese. Okay,
Oh, look it up and you'll see.
there's a name for it. There is a name
There's-
for this. It
It's
has
a
a name. It
it's a
has an
Chinese.
actual name. It has an actual name, Chris.
But
It doesn't have.
to conclude, no, for most likely I would not say my dog or pet in general.
Well, you guys are fucking whack. I'd jump in that river to go after my
No,
dog.
dude, I'm just being realistic, man. Being realistic. Being
I gave
realistic.
you the most realistic solution.
What if you have
and
kids? What if you have kids or a wife, man? Would you just be like, oh, still gonna risk my life for just this dog, even though my kids also have to really
If the
support
dog
them for
had
the next 18
medication for
years?
my kids, I'd jump in that river.
Bro,
Dog.
bro. Oh my god.
All right, so the
All
Chinese
right,
calculator here in the Western Hemisphere is called the Chinese zodiac calculator, but the Eastern Hemisphere, apparently Justin is from over there. It's called the Suan Pan or the Abascus. I don't know. Abacus. I don't know, something like that.
An Ascabus. I know what it is. I know what the word
Abacus.
is.
It's abacus.
Abracadabra.
Abacus.
Abacus.
Yeah.
Yes, an abacus. That's what it is. I'm from the Eastern realm. Hello, everybody. I'm from
Eastern-
Taiwan.
You're in the void or something.
I'm in the void. I'm from Taiwan. I'm part of China.
Hey, whoa, no,
I know, yeah,
Taiwan's a
Taiwan and
sovereign
China.
nation.
Yeah.
Fuck China.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be canceled by all the
You're gonna,
corporations.
yeah, you're gonna have cancel culture on us now because you just called Taiwanese the same as Chinese.
I know they're gonna come cancel me, and then I'm gonna have to make a public apology, and then I won't be able to make my 7-picture deal with Disney.
I know, yep, you're done. It's gonna come
Yeah.
up just like how what's the director from Suicide Squad?
James Gunn?
Yeah, James Gunn. Like he got canceled
do you
for a
mean?
minute. He
Oh,
got canceled for a
okay,
minute
okay,
because of
okay.
Disney. Yeah, but then
Yeah, you got canceled.
yeah.
But I mean, that's different because he publicly stated he was like, "Hey guys, like I
What are
said
you
this."
doing, Justin?
No, wait, hold up. Hold up. That's not what I mean. What I'm saying is that he put it out a long time ago. He put out his tweet, and then he
yeah,
changed, and then like when he got, I think it was like before he did Guardians of the Galaxy. He
yeah, it
was
was
like,
10 years.
yeah, he was like,
ago.
"Hey guys, I apologize for these comments. They were from a different time, and they might be like, uh, not be what's the word, tasteful to some people.
Yeah.
So I apologize." And people were just like, "Oh my god, he's a fucking homophobe, and
But
he's a
that's what they're gonna do
fucking
to you. These
pedophile."
videos are gonna resurface once you hit it big. It's gonna be like 10 years, and they're gonna come up with
Yep.
it, and you're canceled.
Who knows
Done.
what's gonna happen in 10 years? For all I know, Taiwan takes over China. China takes over
Oh
Taiwan. We don't know
man,
what the fuck's
I
gonna
think
happen.
you're just making it worse now.
No, I'm saving my
Yep.
ass. We can. Look, I'll clip it. Taiwan is greater than China.
Oh,
China is
Oh,
bigger
yeah,
than
brother.
Taiwan.
we're done.
See, I said I said twice so that whatever happens, we clip it, and then that's what people get replayed.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Like Justin's gonna suicide tomorrow for no reason.
I know,
Or shot
yo.
to the back of the head.
We're done.
There's like a guy under my bed, just like who rolls out of there with like not barbed wire. What is it?
Hard boy.
What's that wire? Garrote wire? Garrote? He's just gonna roll under my bed with a
Man,
wire and strangle
Justin
me.
coming up with these different
I
things.
prefer to use piano wire, but yeah.
I only know that because of Josue.
Oh,
I
okay,
think
okay, I get you.
Because Josue was like super into like Hitman, the
Mm.
Oh
games,
yeah.
and he was like super into it. And then
I
one time he actually, I think maybe I might be forgetting. I might be misremembering this, but I could have sworn I remember he tried strangling me one time.
Mm.
But
I saw him
playfully.
actually.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't. It was playfully. It was like, haha, strangled. I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. It was like it was more of like a joking around type of thing. It wasn't like actually like he was like trying to. It wasn't like he was trying. It wasn't like he was trying to like actually like see the light of my eyes fade away. It was more like, oh, I'm just playfully, haha, and then that's it. And then he was just like, oh, it's called garrote wire, and I was like, what? It's garrote wire,
Oh.
and I'm like, okay.
I actually saw him a month ago. I hadn't seen him since high school.
Josue?
Yeah.
Where?
At the gym. I started going to a gym, and he's been
Wait,
going
we're
to
talking
that
about the
gym.
same Josue here, right?
Yeah, he actually started going to the gym. He lost a lot of weight. I
What's
think
his
we're
last
talking
name?
about.
Say it.
Whoa, wait,
No,
wait, I don't know
I
what
don't
you say
know.
his last name.
I know. Yeah, I don't think we should.
We'll censor it. I'll bleep it out.
You're gonna forget.
I'm not gonna forget it. I'm gonna have to hear this
You know
audio
what?
when I.
Yeah. So that you won't forget, I'll send you a message right now to bleep that out.
I won't forget. I have to listen to this audio to make sure it sounds good when I'm editing it.
All right. So maybe we're talking about a different one. I think his last name. I could be wrong. Could be
No,
wrong though.
I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, the one that became a lawyer, or he's becoming a lawyer.
Yeah, he's becoming
Okay.
a lawyer. See,
Okay.
we'll censor that. See, I'll remember. I'll be like this middle part right here at the 2:15 mark.
Write it down or something.
I didn't know
It's
he
like
was
an
into
hour. An
Hitman.
hour. Ooh,
Josue, I didn't know that.
what about him?
Like, I didn't know he was into Hitman or even like I don't know anything like
Oh
that.
yeah, dude, he was big. He was big into Hitman. He was like
Yeah.
Hitman. He had some. Did he have Star Wars? It was a long time ago since I was at his house. Like the last time I was at his house was like seventh grade, eighth grade.
Damn.
I just remember I didn't like he was cool. Like I liked hanging out with him, but I remember I was so frustrated by his parents
Really? Why?
because like uh for those who don't know, I have the Great Barrier Reef in my mouth.
Oh my
I have the
god.
Wall of China, and
What?
All right.
I'll let people figure that out for themselves what I mean by that. These two big blocks that guard the passageway to my mouth.
Ah, okay, okay.
Does that make sense? That makes
Yeah,
sense to you,
yeah, yeah.
Chris? Or
Uh,
do you still in the dark?
kind of some dark.
My fucking buck teeth, dude. And
Yeah.
so, um, I don't know how or when, but like, I think the first time I went to his house, he wasn't there or he was somewhere else doing something. And so I opened the door and his parents were there and we were gonna go like to go watch a movie or hang out somewhere. And then all of a sudden, like I'm in his room, whatever, and then like we're in the car driving because he finally comes back and we're in the car, and then like his parents goes, "Oh yeah, Josue told us all about you, Beaver,"
Really?
and I was like, yeah, I was like, what?
Wow.
Like, yeah, yeah, he told us all about you, Beaver, and I'm like, where did you hear that? And he's like, Josue told him, like, yeah, Josue, and I was like, Josue, are you fucking serious? You told your parents about the name? He's like, yeah, man, I thought it'd be funny. I was like, wow, dude, are you serious? And like
Damn.
from that point on, like even though his parents were saying it like jokefully, like being joking, and I took it, whatever. It didn't bother me that much. I was just more like, wow, dude, are you fucking serious? You told your parents?
Hmm.
It's like
Well,
if
I mean, it's because
it's
they
like
probably thought that was like your nickname, like where you just use on the daily or
yeah.
something.
Well, not even because like, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they did it maliciously. It was just more like if anything, I was just more like, wow, dude, I can't believe you told your parents that. That's such a weird thing to tell your parents
Yeah.
about. It's like, it was more like one of those things, less of like, oh, I'm offended. You told everyone about this.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like if, like, I don't know, because we used to call, it was no surprise he was a bigger guy, and we would call him
Mhm.
fat ass. So it's like if I told my
That's
parents, "Hey,
funny.
mom, this is my friend Josue, aka Fat Ass. You can call him whatever you want. You call him Fat Ass."
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
'cause,
that's weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Like it's one of those weird things where like if my mom started calling him when Josue would come over, like, "Oh, hey, Fat Ass. Well, how was school?" Like like
Yeah.
it's such a
That's bad.
weird thing to like. It's such a weird thing to tell your parents. I mean, it's cool that I guess
Yeah.
he was close with his parents like that, but it's just another weird thing that to kind of say that, like, be like, oh yeah, I have this friend named Justin. We call him Beaver. Kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny when you guys say it, not when your fucking mom goes, "Hey, Beaver,
I
you want a
know.
slice of pizza?" And I'm like, well, what the
Yeah.
fuck did you say?
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's a little weird.
It's,
Yeah.
it's it is funny though. I mean, in retrospect, it's like
It's funny.
it is
It is
pretty
kind
decent.
of, yeah, it's kind of funny. Because that's what I'm
Uh,
saying. Like, it's funny. Like, in hindsight, it's funny. At the moment, it was just more like, dude, did you really tell your parents something that
yeah,
we tell
yeah.
each other? It's like a bro code. It was like a bro code type thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't even
It's
know
weird though. Like you
what.
just, I don't know. Those are not things that you necessarily tell your parents. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like wouldn't isn't there like things that's what I meant,
Yeah.
like at the like in hindsight, it's like I guess that's pretty cool he was like close with his parents like that.
Yeah.
But at the time it was more like, why the fuck are you talking to your parents about
Mhm.
this shit? This is fucking weird, dude.
Now I understand your metaphors earlier. Just my mind wasn't going there.
Yeah, it's because you said the roof of your mouth, and I'm like, what? But
I said
then,
the
but
roof.
then, yeah, yeah, you said the
Then
roof of
also,
your mouth.
also instead,
I don't know.
like I didn't get the metaphors of the Great Barrier Reef and then the Great Wall of China, and those were kind of off, in my opinion.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris, was that I didn't fucking know I was pleasing a
Yeah,
crowd here.
yeah,
Well,
because like, okay,
you,
honestly, like when you said roof of your mouth, first thing I thought of was like maybe it's some sort of like blisters on the roof of your mouth. I'm like, Jesus, they must be huge if you're
What?
saying Great
What
Barrier
the
Reef, and
fuck?
yeah, yeah,
You guys are fucking
yeah.
idiots. Where
yeah,
did you get that from?
You said roof
yeah.
of your mouth.
I said roof of my mouth. I did. Well, I
Yeah.
guess
I don't
I'm the
know.
idiot. I don't remember saying roof of my mouth at all.
Mm. Well, that's what I heard. So that's why I was kind of like, what? I was kind of confused
I
for a
have to
good
like
bit.
when I play this back, I'm gonna have to listen to this to see if I said roof of your mouth. So I can prove either if I'm an idiot or you're an idiot, or we're just both idiots.
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
the
we are the
latter.
smooth brains
Yeah. Wow, he said it. He
in the
said it,
title.
guys. He's at the end of the podcast. Fuck us.
He said the title. He said the title.
Do you
I
guys
don't know.
see the Hugh Jackman post of the Wolverine?
No, what are you talking
Shit.
about? What are you
Yeah, what's
talking
You
going
about?
on
guys
there?
haven't you guys haven't seen it?
No.
No.
The other day, I think yesterday, 2 days ago, Hugh Jackman he posted a picture of kind of like his hand and then the claws, and I don't know, I forgot what the caption was, but he posted that and everybody's going all crazy that he's coming back as Wolverine because we do know that he's spoken with Ryan Reynolds. You know, a couple months ago, he's spoken with Kevin Feige. However, some people think that it was kind of passing the torch to somebody else, or kind of just you know as a tribute and then passing it to somebody new before the news
I
come out.
think I think if they do that, it'll be in Doctor Strange. Like they'll just be like a little cameo of him, and that's it.
Yeah, it could be.
I think that's what it. I think that's literally. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a cameo. Like, oh look, it's Hugh Jackman. Oh my god, and like you know, that's it.
Yeah.
And then everyone's just gonna be asking, "Where's Wolverine 5?
Yeah, but everybody.
Wolverine in
I'm surprised.
space?"
I'm surprised you guys didn't hear. Everybody's been going all crazy about it.
I didn't hear anything about it. I was
Like
mostly
was
hearing
this
the.
like a few days ago, yesterday,
Yeah,
or
yeah. Yesterday or 2 days ago. I
I
think
did
this
not
was
yeah.
hear
2 days
this.
ago. Yeah.
No, like
Yeah,
literally
me
this
neither,
like
man.
these last 2 days, I've just been hearing more people being disappointed by the new Switch.
Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah, cause like
God damn it,
what
dude. Dude,
what
you're on par with these segues today.
for yeah, I was telling Danny earlier all the like the notes because
Dude.
Danny was like, "Oh, what are we gonna talk about today?" And I told him everything, so that's why he's like applauding these segues. So I'm like trying to find smooth transition to them. Um, yeah, like for me, I just remember hearing all these rumors like back in 2019. I want to say
Yeah.
2019, 2020, like around that. Like there were rumors of like a Switch 4K, a Switch Pro that was gonna be 4K. it was gonna have all these like features that would basically make it like an Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro for Nintendo, but in the form of a
Okay.
Switch.
Yeah, I remember hearing those things.
And then like everyone was hyping it up, like oh, like every event, it'd be like, is the Switch Pro gonna be here? Be here? Is it gonna be here? And then like some people would be like, no, it's not gonna be here, and then it didn't show up or whatever. And it just kept building and building and building. And as every couple months went by, like more like reports and rumors and leaks were like, oh, Switch Pro has this new feature, or it's gonna be announced here, or this and that and this and that and this and that. And then finally, like at E3, it was like it's gonna be announced next to the Breath of the Wild 2, and then it was confirmed by like one guy, like a very like credible leaker, where he was like, no, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be its own thing. And it turned out to be true. It was its own thing. It literally was dropped like yesterday, I think, or the day
Oh,
before
really?
that.
So
Yeah, like
they,
like
so it
they
is
didn't have an
real.
event. They didn't have anything. It is real. But
Wow.
the thing is, though, it's not really a like upgrade.
No, no.
I mean, it
What is?
is. Okay, so it basically has an OLED screen now,
Uh,
and it's just a little bit bigger. It has like a new
Huh.
stand, so that now you can like it's like it's supposedly like a better stand, so you can kind of move how how you want to stand it up, and it's got an Ethernet port. That's it.
Huh.
kinda,
So it essentially like not that different, just more
yeah,
Yeah.
like
kinda,
more power
So
behind it.
yeah, so then now everyone in the internet's like, that's the biggest fucking blue balls I've ever
yeah.
seen. The biggest disappointment. There's nothing to it. It's
It's
just
kind of stupid.
because people are just basically asking like, why did they make this? Like, it's
Yeah.
basically a regular Switch. Why? It's like, why would anyone want to buy this? And
Yeah.
then it's like, sure, you can argue it. Maybe it's the bigger screen, but it's like
Also, its
even
color
then,
palette. Look at this color palette. Man, it looks
it's
good.
gray. It, it's just gray. It's fucking gray, Chris. What are you talking about? It's like the blandest color palette ever. It's just like
that's that's uh that's what I mean, Justin.
you're just like, that's the joke, Justin.
Yeah.
Fucking dummy.
I'll give Nintendo that. They don't have like the strongest hardware and whatnot, but they actually try and make good games for the most part.
Yeah, I
Or,
guess the
or,
thing was
or at
because
least they can prove good first party games and whatnot.
I think yeah, because I think the thing that always caught my eye whenever I heard the rumor when they were like it's gonna be 4K and do like a solid 30 FPS or whatever. I was just like, Nintendo's never been known for that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like Nintendo for me has never been this like super extreme graphical fidelity. Whoa, like it's just been like, oh look, here's Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
Yeah,
Mario again.
that's their whole
Here's
thing. I
Mario
don't
with a
think
new hat.
I don't think anybody would have bought it if it was, a $500 Nintendo Switch,
And that's the
very
thing.
similar to
It's like
Xbox One.
350.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It's
it's kind
350.
of,
Pretty
yeah,
affordable.
Well, no, it's not
it's
even that. It's just like you can buy the new Xbox.
no,
Like you can buy the Series S for like that same price.
yeah.
So it's like why buy a new Switch when you can buy it like a new Xbox?
What's the resolution on it? Do you know?
It's like it does up to 1080p.
Hmm.
So it's not even
Yeah,
1080p. It's up to 1080p.
yeah,
And that's what I mean. Like I don't know anybody who goes to a Switch and goes, "Oh my God, I play a Switch
yeah.
for
This
the hardware, for the graphical fidelity, for
yeah,
the
this kind of
4K."
sucks. I'm like looking
Yeah,
at it on my computer. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like I don't know. Did they increase the storage?
not that I am aware of.
I
I
mean,
think it
they kind of
literally
have to, don't they?
no. I
It
think it
says
literally.
64 gigabytes. I don't know if that's an update or not, upgrade or not.
I think it is. I think there's a regular Switch that does 64 gigs.
Hmm. Uh,
I,
So maybe 120.
I'm telling you, it literally is just the fact that they add a new screen, an OLED screen that's just a little bit bigger. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, all right then.
So, so it's just kind of like meh.
yeah. And then the stand that you were saying, apparently the Switch already had the stand, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a
Yeah,
newer stand.
yeah. It's
Like
it's newer. It's a little updated, but
yeah.
it's still
That's
that's
what I
kind
mean.
of
Like
lame.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone was so disappointed by this because there were like all these rumors were building it up, and then this
Yeah.
came out, and now there's rumors to those rumors that are saying that this Switch is just more of a testing ground to see how many people buy it
Well,
because
I'm looking at the price of the regular Switches, and they're 300. You know, they're charging $50 more for, I guess, for the bigger screen. You know, that's not too unreasonable.
but let's see that's the thing. That's only if like you take it out for like handheld.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I
that's that's
agree.
that's, that's if you care about handheld. Like if you cared about handheld, you might as well just get a Switch Lite.
Yeah, I agree with that. You're right. But even then, like, if it's an update or an upgrade, according to their standards, they had to increase the price. You know. Also, I think more than anything, um, I think it's because of COVID though. Because of that pandemic, you know, it's been tougher making consoles.
Yeah, and
So
the
I think
chip
that's
shortages and all that.
yeah. So I think that's maybe the more important thing. Why maybe even the regular Nintendo Switch is still at 300, and then this one is at 350.
That's why you guys are living in the past and I'm living in the future. Whoa. I got a PS5, I got a Series X, I got a PC coming in 5 months.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't. I just made that up.
Oh, I'm gonna make a PC probably soon. I don't know. Within the next year, I'll make a PC.
I kind of want to make one, but I don't know where I'd put it. I mean, I do. You know what? I'm gonna shut up. I know where I'd put it, but it's because my floor is rug, and I don't know if that shit's
Hmm.
gonna heat up my floor.
Uh,
I think it should be good. Like,
depending where it vents out, it shouldn't, unless it's like at a weird angle, then maybe. But
Yeah,
it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
I've been thinking about
But
getting a PC, like an actual like, because I have the monitor. I have a desktop monitor.
mhm,
Does
yeah,
It does 120 FPS, 1440p.
yeah,
So
that's
I
a
would
good number.
really, oh yeah, boy, I spend a good money on that. All I'm really missing is like the
What
keyboard, the mouse, and the PC itself, and I would have a good setup here.
what brand is it? Do you know?
The desktop,
The monitor, yeah.
it's a Samsung.
Yeah, me too. I got one too, just a couple weeks ago. I got a
You fucking,
keyboard, mouse already too. So
you buying it off of
seems
me,
peaceful.
Chris? Huh? Is that what you're doing? You buying it off of me?
Is it is it flat or is it curved? I got the curved.
It's curved. Oh my fucking
Oh
god, Chris!
man.
You bit off of me, Chris.
Hey, yours is 120, mine's 144 though.
oh, damn.
Oh damn, Chris fucking outdid me. Chris was like, I got that union money, I got that teaching money. Bam.
You know it.
You know it. Fucking ass.
And like, what kind of like budgets like y'all want to be on?
I
For
don't
the
know.
PC, I don't know, like
I'm thinking
oh,
in my mind I'm thinking 900 plus.
yeah,
All right,
that's
all
what I
right.
was thinking too.
Like I want a good rig.
Like, I think I don't know. I really don't know. I was gonna ask my brothers. They both have made their PCs. They have a pretty good setup. I was gonna ask them, you know, what they thought was a moderate budget for a PC. You
Well,
know,
it's
Danny?
because yeah, like it all depends, like how intense you want it. Like, do you want like the absolute best sort of thing? Like
I
play
do.
4K and
I
all that
do.
stuff. Oof. Okay, then you're gonna need more than $900, friend. You're gonna need
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
know.
to go
That's why
crazy.
that's why I said
1,500
900 plus. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I
I don't
remember
want to
telling
go
minimum.
crazy.
Robert.
Minimum though, the
Yeah,
1,500 minimum.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, what do you think 900 or 1,000 gets me, Danny?
I mean, 900,000. Hmm. I mean, it's because it really does all vary. But if you like really look around, look for good prices, you can probably pick games like 1440p, anywhere between 60, 90 frames. For the most part,
Right.
for most games
Mm.
in like
Not
hey,
good enough. Ah.
like I want to say high settings, perhaps not ultra, but high settings, perhaps.
Mhm. Mm.
Yeah,
It's not bad. I think for me it's not bad. Like, I'm not a huge gamer. I
yeah.
don't know.
But
That's
for
pretty good.
sure, for like I guess for that price, for sure, like you can definitely play games 1080p, 60 plus, no problems on high ultra settings, like no problems.
Okay.
But anything above that, you would have to pay much more of a pretty penny, you know?
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Appreciate
Like my
that.
budget would probably be maybe, yeah, most likely like 1200, 1300, but most likely 1300 if I'm being honest. Yeah, because I would want. I mean, I don't want the absolute best either, right? I don't want because I don't care too much about 4K, but for sure, like minimum like 1440p, at least 90 frames a second for most games. So my budget would probably be like between 1200, maybe 1400. But yeah, but again, dude, it really also depends where you look for your stuff. Because
Yeah.
I mean, of course, right now there's a shortage. So anytime something goes out
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
marketplace, it just it's taken up super quick.
Yeah. I can
So
imagine it's pretty expensive right now.
yeah, well, I mean, it's called like if you're going for third party, well, not third parties, but like you're going for more like you know, like scalpers and whatnot. Then yeah, it's gonna be pretty expensive. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, what's called like you can still try with Best Buy and like other like electronic places, but like you're gonna have to be looking all the time,
Right.
all
Yeah.
the
You have
time.
to be first. It's kind of like trying to get yourself a
First come,
PlayStation
first
or
serve.
Xbox One.
Yeah,
Xbox
yeah.
X.
Because every time I look at computer components and everything, they're always sold out, dude. To call them GPUs are sold out. Well, no,
Yeah.
it pretty much like the most essential part of a gaming PC. Like if you actually want to play games,
Right.
the
Yeah.
GPUs they're always gone, dude. They're always gone.
That
So
sucks.
yeah, and also CPUs are also like pretty difficult to come by at the moment too, or at least only
That
one. Yeah.
that's why I don't want to get a PC yet, just because of all this
hmm
chip shortages.
Right.
Couldn't
Yeah,
talk.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Not a good
Um,
time.
yeah. So we're hitting the 1 hour 35 mark. So I thought we kind of wrap
Uh,
stuff up, do a tradition
All right.
here, and celebrate our fellow smooth brains out in the world who, get caught doing pretty dumb,
er,
stupid shit. And so I
yeah.
thought I read a
Trying to save the
story.
dog from a river. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Just
stupid ass.
Justin.
No, I think trying to shoot a dog that's floating down a river is fucking stupid because now you're wasting bullets.
Hey, but I wouldn't want it to suffer drowning. Dude. That's a
But
terrible
who
way to
says you're
go,
gonna
man.
hit it? Who says you're gonna hit it?
I mean, just a high
This isn't
probability
this
that it
isn't
is. Yeah.
fucking Fallout. You can't calculate what body part you want to hit and you shoot it. It's just like if the dog's
You're right.
moving
I
up
should
and
use
down.
what's it called? I should use like a scatter shot instead of a buckshot.
Yeah.
Good point.
Fucking
But how do you know, Justin? Maybe Danny's out there practicing to be the next John Wick. You don't know.
oh, is that what he's
Yeah,
doing, Chris? He's in
exactly,
his
man.
Yep.
backyard. He's shooting
Yep.
Nerf guns. Is that what you're
Exactly.
telling me? He's outside. When you said
Yeah,
Exactly.
being
man.
John Wick,
Bullets are expensive.
I picture the Star Wars kid, except Danny in the backyard with like Nerf guns. Just doo 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 doo.
Dude,
Um,
shit, I'm down.
so I thought I'd read an article again, celebrating our fellow smooth brains out there. Uh, and this article is British escaped inmate busted after venturing out to buy Call of Duty.
What?
So Clint Butler, a 36-year-old British man, had eluded police for months after escaping
Wow.
from jail in November. But he was caught when he went out to go buy a copy of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, according to the police.
The hype was real.
No, wait. But like you said, like this was in Britain, right?
Yeah, this
Where
isn't
again?
Britain. This is a British inmate. So apparently he had served 14 years out of a 17 years sentence for robbery and weapon possession. And they kind
Hey,
of, what were you saying?
it's good for him. He decided not to do it in real life anymore. He wanted to do it in a game. I see
You
no
want to do it
problem with
again?
that. Yep.
Is that good though?
Yeah. Well, he already escaped. He escaped, and then he was found when he was trying to buy a copy.
Well, this is literally what he said to cops when they caught him. He says, I've come to get the new Call of Duty because I can't sit around in lockdown anymore.
Damn, dude. It got so bad. He's like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
risk it.
He was carrying marijuana and he had given the police a fake name. So
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, what I really want to know is how the police were there. Like, how were they there in that moment? Were they
It was
were they
like a whole
waiting in
sting
line too?
operation. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you look familiar. It's like,
I have no idea. That's true. I don't know how they knew he was there. Because they caught him. They
yeah.
caught him in the act. So that's
Right.
so I don't know. Maybe there was
Wait,
like a
what?
I know.
What?
they
In the
caught him
act of
buying the
buying
game.
the game.
They caught him buying the game, and when he was coming out of buying the game, that's when they arrested him.
I think Danny's right though. I think it was a sting. Maybe they
Yeah.
were trying to looking
No,
for
I
him.
think it was like that you know what they do in movies where like they have a milk carton and like it has a picture of the wanted person.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe. See, look, I was thinking something like that. I'm like, oh, like maybe they made it a nationwide thing. Like, oh, if you see this man, report him, or someone that looks like
Yeah,
this man,
that's what I'm saying.
report.
Behind a bottle of milk, maybe the guy at GameStop was drinking a carton of milk, and then he looked at the milk and he was like, "Oh my God, it's
Justin,
Jason Bourne."
you've been watching too much WandaVision. You have to know that happened like in the 50s.
Yeah, I don't think they do the milk card and stuff anymore.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
fuck. I was just trying to make it interesting. In reality, he just probably had a fucking poster in his back wall that says like, "If you see this bloke, arrest
Oh
him."
yeah. Yeah. I walked
If you see
into
this
many
cunt.
GameStops and then they have posters of wanted criminals all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, every
That's
GameStop has a wall of
yeah.
criminals on their wall. Don't you
That's
know
how the
that, Chris?
gamers. That's how the gamers make their money.
That's funny. Their side profession. They're bounty hunters.
Side hustle.
What do you need? You want the new
They
Call of Duty? You gotta go
yeah.
hunt the guy for me.
They play in the game. They think they can do it in reality.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know. That's very interesting though, because like just the idea that they caught him mid act and the fact that he was so like desperate being in
Yeah.
jail. Is this he got
Hey,
caught?
dude.
No, I think.
Loneliness is a terrible thing, man. Just being
Wait,
cooped up and everything. Like,
He got caught in
damn.
March.
wait. So
Yeah.
wait. Hold on. So was he escaped for Call of Duty, or he was escaped and
No, no,
then
no,
he
no, no,
was
no.
in,
He had escaped in November from jail,
right?
and then they were hunting him. They didn't know where he
Okay,
went.
yeah.
And then
Okay,
in
so then
March, he was just like, "Hey, I can't stand being in this bloody
yeah,
lockdown. I need to
home or
go play
whatever.
Call of
Yeah,
Duty."
yeah. I get that. Uh,
You get that, Chris? You get a
like
man escaping
like
prison and then hiding out to come
no,
out to buy Call of Duty?
Understandable.
like it is like I see it because he's been in hiding for months. So
Okay,
like
keep this in mind. He had a friend, so his friend could have just went to buy the copy of Call of Duty. He went out
yeah,
himself
no,
to buy the
but
Call of Duty.
But he wanted to get out of the house,
I know
man. Felt like,
exactly. That was the whole point. Yeah, he wanted to get out of the house.
I don't know.
And what do you think? What do you think? Like, you wouldn't think that's too risky, going and buying a game.
What do you
Am I?
mean? You're an escape fugitive. It's like going to Walmart and then like being like,
No, but
"Oh,
you're around some sweaties. Like, what do you think? What do you think the
yeah, it's
risk
true.
is?
That's true. That's
but no,
true.
okay.
And for the
You're around
police to
sweat.
be
You're
there,
wait,
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait, 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 wait. No, it's because you guys are thinking about this wrong. You're thinking that he magically just teleported into GameStop. He had to walk or he had to drive
We're back
to
into the
GameStop.
50s.
He
Walking.
had he had to get. Yeah, you know how far he lived, Chris? Fuck off. Like he had to travel to get to the GameStop
I mean, I
to buy the
guess.
game. At
But
any
like,
point, walking, a cop could have seen him and be like, saw him and be like, "Hey, you're that guy that escaped. I'm gonna
I,
arrest you."
I get it, Justin. But think about like if you're just home for months, had no sunlight, didn't get out of the house,
He's not
and you wanted,
fucking Gollum, Chris.
but you wanted to get out. You know? I don't know. I think like he figured this is as bad as prison or even worse. He needed to get
Well, that's his
Wait,
out.
own fucking fault. That's his
and
own fucking fault.
isn't Britain still doing like the whole mask stuff too?
I don't know. This was back in March, so I don't know what the hell the policy is. I don't keep up with the Brits.
No, yeah. Well, then they definitely should have been still doing masks at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
So, I mean, it would be pretty. Well, I mean, that I guess it depends if he was wearing a mask or not. But well, shit, that shit. I don't know, dude. That's just a
I
weird
mean,
ass story, really.
the picture that they have on video, they're like neither of them are wearing masks. Like the cop isn't wearing a mask,
Okay,
Mm.
okay,
and
okay.
the guy himself isn't wearing a mask. So that just adds
Wait,
more fire to how much of an idiot he is.
Wait, actually, if this was in March, then this wasn't the release of that game, right?
No, because the game came out in November.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's so weird because how long did he take at GameStop?
That's what I'm saying. He was
Like-
at home, just like
like-
okay. Even more so, he had it digital. He could have bought the game digitally. We're in
Oh
the
my God.
modern era.
But that's not the point, Justin. The point was to get out.
You know what the point is? He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
arrested. That's the point. And I clarify him smooth brain.
like-
Yep. Yep.
He deserves to be arrested. Okay, I'm not saying it was smart. I'm just saying that like he wanted to get out. So I'm saying like,
We're just saying we understand the guy. You
Yeah.
know?
You're understanding the
get why he
wrong
did
kind of
that.
guy. No, you're understanding the wrong guy here.
Hey,
Okay,
man,
well,
you know,
no,
like
Justin.
we all
Okay,
want to do criminal shit sometimes. Yeah.
You're understanding the motives for someone who's trapped inside. That I get.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You guys you're understanding him from the point of like a random guy at home who's like, hey, I want to go out. But in this specific scenario, this convict was like, hey, you know what's a good idea? Go buy Call of Duty. I'm wanted, so
Like I
nothing's gonna
said,
happen.
man. Like I said, being cooped up can do
The
that
risks,
to you, man.
the risks
Exactly,
don't
yeah.
the risks don't justify the means. I can't believe I'm fucking defending the guy. The
But-
risks don't justify the means. He should have just stayed hiding. If he, like, you know what I mean? At
No,
that
Hey,
but
point,
look. Hey, the man made his choice, all right, and now he's
Yeah.
living with it, all right.
at
He made
this
his
point,
choice.
it just seems like the guy was like, I'm like, I preferred prison because I had more stuff in prison, and he was just he was
Hey,
just finding an
maybe,
excuse to
maybe.
go back. I think that's literally what it was. I think he was just trying to find an excuse to go back into prison.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, or maybe it was a mix of like, you know what, I want to do it, but hey, if I get caught or something, fuck it, you know.
yeah,
Like it really
yeah.
could just be that too. He's like, you know, if I get caught, fuck it, too bad.
It could have been, yeah. I can agree. I can see that.
But isn't that
Um,
fucking lame? You make this this daring escape out of jail to get caught trying to buy Call of Duty.
You know,
You fucking
It is.
serious?
this should. No, wait. Then yeah, see, they really should have worn masks because I mean, if this was like a little after lockdowns,
Which is my point.
It makes
He
it.
is a
It makes it
smooth
different.
brain. He is a
Wait.
smooth brain, dude.
Yeah,
Wait, Justin.
certified
Okay,
brain.
so if you don't think he should have gone out to buy a game, and then what can he have gone out for? Or you think he should have just been cooped up?
No,
For
he had his
years.
friend. Okay, Chris. First of all, you're acting as if this man is innocent. He did robbery
I'm
and he was
no. Hey.
weapons.
Allegedly.
I'm not defending his criminal act.
No,
I'm
no.
defending
I know.
the
But what I'm
human
saying,
nature of a person.
but what I'm saying, no, what I'm saying is this guy had a friend, so I'm assuming he stayed at his friend's house, right? At any
Yeah.
point, he could have
Okay.
just stayed outside his friend's area. Like he could have gone outside his friend's house or his apartment and just been around there. The fact that he left because he was like, I can't stand being in here. I need to go play Call of Duty, and he went to go buy Call of Duty.
Dude, that sounded more southern than it did.
I know.
don't know.
Yeah.
Stuck in here.
The fact that he went to buy a physical copy without a mask in broad daylight is my
What
point.
could have
Is that
been? Could have been that he was tired and just like what you said, you know, he didn't care if he got caught or not.
well, then he shouldn't have escaped, Chris. That's the fucking point. He should have just stayed in jail. That's what his biggest fucking problem was.
Yo, but this should really illustrate how shitty the lockdowns were. He would much rather risk going back to jail than to be locked up at home, dude. Like literally,
And
damn.
And that's the thing about the lockdown. People got tired of being in their homes. So it's not
Yeah.
like you can see that why people just didn't want to stay outside their house. Once everything opened up again, everybody went back to movie theaters, everybody went back to, you know, all these other places, restaurants, things like that. And
Yeah.
it just shows people need to get out. You know, it's not just outside your house. It's actually interacting with other people.
He had his
I get it,
friend.
Justin. You're an introvert. Okay, we get it. We get it. All right, man.
You
no,
want
Feel
to
down.
you
my
want to
point.
spend
I'm playing this. Okay, you want to know my point? I'm thinking as this as a logical jailmate who escaped prison.
I know
See,
why.
I'm saying it like that too, but I'm also putting the human aspect in it, man.
And Justin thinks that maybe the guy has dog and he could spend 10,000 hours petting that dog. And
What if the
Yeah, I'm
guy's
assuming.
dog just died in a river and he's like, I need something to take my mind off. Let me go get the new
Okay,
dog,
well,
dude.
fuck off. We're ending the podcast now. You guys are fucking asses. um,
God damn it.
if you guys liked what you heard and want to hear more, give us a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to always be up to date with our content. Um, thank you for listening, and we hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
see you guys later.
Have a good day, y'all.